Hi there, welcome to another episode of Wants to Watch right here on VNTV. My name is Akosua Acheampomaa. Today's episode, we will be talking about entertainment out of Ghana, how they are able to get people love our entertainment, I mean the local ones. And I have today in the studio, he's an actor and he is a radio presenter who is based in the United States of America. We will be talking how he gets his listeners and even the viewers to like whatever they do in America. Stay with me. I'll be right back after the short break.
Position it well for me.
Food desserts. Food.
They've not given me money. I'm just doing it for them for free. So that next time I'll start from there. The way your waist was going, oh, I like it. So when you get there, just walk straight.
Since I say you don't get say, give me back.
I'll beat you rough.
Officers.
Yes.
Who is officer? Gassop.
You are Kotombre.
Me Kotombre.
Yes, you are Kotombre.
Hey, you are well.
So now you want to fight me.
Your brain squeeze.
Hey, one day I'll beat you. Let me see this thing.
Oh, baby, don't complain.
Wheat, Indian hand.
Two Papas showing on VNTV every Friday at 2 p.m.
Welcome back to VNTV. You're on Wants to Watch with me, Akosua Acheampomaa. I welcome to the studio Papa Abeeku. Hi, Papa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, I love your shirts. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you feel being back home? I mean, after all the hustle and, the snow and all.
Well, home is home, so I'm not too happy at the moment because I only have a few hours to leave, so let's not talk about that.
I mean, when you were coming,
I was super excited. Yeah.
So why are you sad now when you know that you have to go back?
I wasn't expecting the time to run that fast. You see, it took me a long time for my departure date, and it's taking me super short time for me to leave. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like I slept through.
I think there is something. There is a reason why you don't want to leave. When you get there, we talk about that. Now, who is Papa Abeeku? I mean, when you mention your name, I'm sure you are very known out there in America, but not much in Ghana. So when we mention your name, I mean, who is he?
Well, I am known by different names depending on what roles that I'm playing. So at work, I'm known as Victor. That's my official name. And then in the entertainment industry, on the radio, I'm known as Papa Abeeku. And then when it comes to acting, I'm known as Mr. Kumsin. So it's depending on who is asking and where the person is coming from. I was born and raised here in Ghana. I got the chance to travel a little bit, so I've been away for a while, not too long. A little bit, I try to come home as often as I am able to. Unfortunately, the past 3 trips hasn't been a pleasant one. Always some death-related trips. So this is unfortunately one of them. But yeah, that's me.
So now, where did you school? Let's talk about your educational background.
Oh, you want to talk about school? Well, I went to the only school in Ghana, Form 1 to 5, and then I did my 6th form in you know the only school, right? I don't have to go any further.
No, maybe I know, but my viewers
Well, there are only 2 schools in Ghana, the school and the rest.
Which one is that?
The school is Infant Spim School, and then the rest. So I went to that one, that school. Yeah.
But you know, Infant Spim and St. Augustine, I think, which one is the school? Because
I said the school, I didn't say...
St. Augustine actually says it's the school and the rest.
No, they've never said that.
Really?
They can never say that. See, St. Augustine's is a college. And what they don't get is that every college is a school. So the school is up there, and the subset, we have colleges, we have technical institutes, we have all those, but the school is up there, you understand? So that's where I was at the school. And then I did my sixth form at Palm Secondary School, and then went to University of Cape Coast.
Okay. So then after, did you work in Ghana before you traveled?
Well, yeah, I did my national service here in Ghana with SEDICOM. I don't even know if it's still there, but the Central Regional Development Commission. I was at the computers area, I should put it that way. And then after that, I taught for a couple of months at Alpha Beta in Dansoman. And then I got the chance to work with a company called ACS BPS. It's an American company that had offshore sites here in Ghana. So for a while, and then I left.
I see. Now let's compare Ghana and America. I mean, when it comes to work, how do you see it? Like, you work in America and you have been worked in Ghana.
See, fortunately for me, my work experience in Ghana was with American people. So I kind of got myself, introduced into the American way of thinking at the early stage. So the cultural shock wasn't that bad. But then anytime I come back here, I get a little frustrated about, the way people work here. But it's like, it is what it is. So you either go with the boat or you step out. But yeah, I get a little frustrated. Work ethics and the mentality out there is different. Like, when you go out there, then you really understand that statement, time is money. Like, time is really money over there. But I guess we'll get there.
So what work do you do in America?
I work for a company called CVS. I work at their IT department as IT technician.
I see. That's great. I mean, let's look at when you went to America. How did you get into the industry? I mean, how did it begin for you? Man, if we have to talk about my beginning in America, it will take the whole week. Don't worry.
I've done everything.
We can summarize it.
Yeah, pretty much I have done everything in most things in America. Start from retail. I worked for H&M a little bit. And then I worked for a locate company. I don't know if we have one here in Ghana, but basically we locate buried utilities underground. So we mark utilities for construction people so they don't cut utilities. I work for another company called Micron Technology. They produce the microchips in cell phones and laptops and computers and stuff. And then what else? I did some distribution work. I worked for a company called Frito-Lay. And then I ended up with CVS.
I see, I think you've done a lot. I mean,
yeah.
Let's look at how you started with entertainment. Was it you just got up one day and you said you're going into radio? I mean, I know how it is working there. I mean, time and stress. So how did you also go into acting and then radio?
Well, let me start with radio. I have always liked radio. I never wanted to be on radio. I like radio just because, first of all, my cousin has been on radio for a long time, and I've always looked up to him as a radio personality. And then because of him, I happen to know a lot of radio personalities here in Ghana, and I looked up to them. I admired them in my own small way. And then one time, a friend of mine opened a radio station in the US, and he was looking for presenters. So I introduced someone to him, as a presenter, and I had to go observe that person do her presentation. So whilst I was there, the guy was like, "Oh, why don't you pick up a show for yourself?" I'm like, nah, radio is not for me. It's one of those things that until you get into it, you don't know if it's for you or not. But for me, I told myself radio is not for me. So, but he was able to convince me to give it a shot. And funny enough, I only worked with him for like a couple of weeks, and some issue came up. So I stopped. And then one time I was in school. I was doing another bachelor's in computer network systems. And I got a phone call from a certain gentleman. He said his name is Yawansa from High Life Radio. And I was like, yeah, how may I help you? He said, oh, someone gave him my number, da-da-da-da-da-da. So eventually I started working with him. We host a show called Variety Night on Fridays. And then I also have another show on Wednesdays called Nkomo Nketenkete, which ironically, in some Akosua na yɛka but
in some Akosua like how?
Oh, like love, sex, marriage, you know, all the big things that kids don't have to hear.
What time does it run so that kids will not be able to hear?
Well, from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight Eastern time.
Okay.
So that's somewhere around 2 a.m. here to 4 a.m.
Okay. I see.
So
I will take a break and you will continue with this conversation. I'll take a short break. Stay with me.
Wow. Yeah.
Because so kind of four, I say.
Anafo until how?
Okay, try me say not.
David. Until Madame Fumuma until her.
Not.
Debut.
Until her.
Debut.
What did you say on the phone, Tifia?
Madam told me see ana phone.
Until her. What catch me say me.
Until her, me na me di me fear me see ana phone tia.
Until me say her not.
Until her, why Madam? Epia.
Hey, how dey me so die? Are.
Until.
E dey na wi ase kwai.
Ose ana phone see until her.
Ana phone ibiem. We pacho there be ana ade what there no there. Wa beji misika wo se otifia. Wa beji musika. Sika de me nua betu kwan. So what one have bag is ya. What be cry ya. So what who that for na for ya make you.
What you patch up for bag?
Debi bra. E dey me defia.
Hey, no see. Until whether has.
Why na be da?
Patch all the bag. No what friend.
My friend enko. My friend na enko. Ye be kasi ye fia ye be kasi you want what?
I mean madam for otaba ha. Ba hapa de ontia. Na wo dey no or this address no kra ma.
Oh, Nyankah. Who's the one kind of prayer? Enya na phone. Ah. Enya na phone. Come see come me. Come see come me.
Ade, madam, please. What is the problem?
What is sika? Na what do me fear address man?
No, madam, please.
Welcome back. You're still on Wants to Watch right here on VNTV, the powerhouse of entertainment. And I have here Papa Abeeku. Papa, now, aside radio, let's talk about... no, I mean, look, I think the radio is getting interesting. How are you able to cope looking at work and then going on air for a show on radio?
The motto we work with at the radio station is we're doing it for God and country. Okay, so that is our motivation. We adjust our time in such a way that it doesn't interfere with our work. Every now and then, sometimes I do on-call on the weekends. So every now and then, I kind of have some conflicting schedules, but we work through it. Initially, it wasn't easy because it's, for some funny reason, radio out there is some kind of unhealthy competition, if I should put it that way. Instead of being a healthy competition where the whole community would enjoy or take advantage of, it's some. So when you are out there doing radio, you just need to watch where you thread. It's kind of crazy.
I mean,
but
like people have different mindset.
People have different mindsets. For some reason, or one way or the other, you are perceived to be a threat to some other people, which to me makes no sense, because if you are not doing the same type of programs and you are not working in the same organization, I don't see why you should be seen as a threat. But unfortunately, that's what happens. Then your second part of the question about the acting. I've always liked acting. Like every stage of my life, I always acted. I'm not on commercial basis, not on, you know, right from, I think, kindergarten all the way to the university. Some way, somehow, I acted. And so when we started this radio thing, there was a lady, AJ. She was supposed to host a show called Sister to Sister. And her show was supposed to be about, you know, family issues, marriage, couples and their situations. So, and for her intro, she wanted to have like a video before the show every week. So one time I was at the studio and she was like, oh, let's do a video about in-laws. I had no idea what it was. I went outside, camera was ready. She started talking. I was like, yeah, go along with it. So I went along. I had no idea what I said up to today. And then producer was like, oh, that was good. Let's try something else. So we came up with another concept. And then we were like, let's make it some series. So we came up with the name Kumsins, the Kumsins. And that was what gave birth to the Kumsins. And eventually, you know, we introduced different characters, and now it's a whole big Kumsins family.
I see now, do you get people, I mean, especially, let's take the radio for example. Do you get people listening to it? Like, compared to when you have a radio station in Ghana, you get people, I mean, listening and calling in and all. Do you get people like that listening? Let's look at, I mean, the whites. Do they listen to these programs, or it's in local?
Unfortunately, we don't have that international touch because we are focusing on the Ghanaian society for now. So, interestingly, most of our programs are in a local language, Twi, for the most part. I mean, maybe somewhere down the line we'll try and venture into the international level. But for now, it's a program, I mean, a TV station or radio station for Ghanaians.
And do you have people, I mean, supporting you? Do you have people listening to it?
Yeah, we do. I don't have the statistics, but we used to be on this website called Wirecast. Oh no, Shoutcast or something. I think it's Shoutcast, where you could track. It's kind of like a tracking software where you could track. But for some reason, that was also causing problems, so we had to let ourselves out. But at the time that we were on Shoutcast, anytime you go out there, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you always see High Life Radio on top of everybody else, except when it's maybe news time, then some other station will come up and then right afterwards. Because our programs are really packed from Monday to Monday. Like, there's always something going on. People tune in. There's always people calling in. And, you know, the icing on the cake is Friday night.
Okay.
When we do our variety night.
What goes into the variety night?
Nothing. Just the word variety. So it's a show about nothing, if I should put it that way. So we can do a show. And it's so interesting. Everybody on the show is quick with wit and very good with improv stuff. So all we have to do is look at somebody's name and we can have a show about that person the whole night. You know, we come up with stories that has never happened before, stories that are yet to happen. And, you know, just our purpose is to relieve people of their stress for the week. It's Friday and it's supposed to be
And has it gotten you guys into trouble yet? I mean,
yeah,
getting somebody on the show.
Yeah, yeah, a lot. A lot of troubles. One time we pranked someone and he didn't know he was being pranked. And he said some things that were not supposed to be said on radio. And, well, there's nothing we could do about it. We didn't have the edit software. So when we do stuff, it's live and direct.
And, I mean, that person takes it lightly and just let it go.
Yeah, it's a prank. What can you do about it? It's
no,
a prank.
I mean,
but interestingly, some people do not understand the concept of prank. There was a situation where we pranked someone, and someone else called him to say a whole, you know, take the whole thing to a different level, and it messed up somebody else's party. That person was a DJ who was supposed to DJ for another person on the following day, and he got so mad he didn't even show up at the party. But it's an occupational hazard. You
guys are really enjoying it because you're doing this to some people.
We do it for ourselves sometimes too. Okay. So it is what it is. We make fun of ourselves. So why can't we make fun of you?
I see. Now, if you had not been a radio or a TV personality, or you not living in America and you're in Ghana, what is that occupation that you would have taken on?
Good question. I've always liked the information technology environment, so I knew I would definitely be somewhere in the IT field. I've also always liked entertainment, but I never wanted to be like on a big screen acting. I'm very happy with what we do now on the local level, but not on the big screen. That stress, I'm not sure I'm ready for it.
I think the Kumsen has that great. I like the concept, and I think it teaches a lot of. It's a lot of advice in there. I think people should be able to watch it. When you go on YouTube, you can just type the Kumsen and you can get I think all the videos.
Yeah, the Kumsens. Yes. Which one is my camera? Maybe I can also.
No, you can.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Please go to www.kumsens.com, or you go to YouTube and type the Kumsens. We're also on Facebook. We've been doing this for like 3 years, and basically all we're trying to do is to make fun, entertain people. But we deal with real issues. Yeah. Almost every story in every episode is a real issue that has, that's going on in someone's family. But we kind of add a twist to it, some humor to it.
Now, we will get personal when we come back from this break. I'm sure you're ready for that.
No problem.
Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Ube yari, kumsi jai sa.
Upo de wana sede.
Kumsi mami ngumao. Doctor kajo se undi angwa bibra. Ube mami ude mami ngumao me pacho. Kumsi me pawase me pesa utina.
Uye Jesus.
Kumsi pesa utina wi ase. Hwe obi enu obe yesa de we ama Jesus me pe. Kumsi sira. Mari pesa kumsi. Me wo ma kumsi. Mari me wa angwa me bebe o pesa kumsi wi angwa we lo. Kumsi me wa ma wa. Nyabe. Nyabe. Asemi, moja udah, miwa udah kata meza, ona muma, wah angwa we.
Eti wudi eduane no.
Angwa mo, ube wo kuti. Translate na udi ha. Translate o marwa. Kumsine. Odi eduane no. No piano but mo ayes ade we mo. Me kwa me pawasam. Kuzi me beso be wu. No oja yire ne o ma wo. Mari beso ko me ma wu da. Ma me ni na me. Angwa na doctor si me ni no udi.
Welcome back. You're still on VNTV. This is Once to Watch with Akosua Acheampomaa. I still have here in the studio Papa Abeeku. Papa, now I've been in this for a long time, and I know how it is like when a radio. I am even a female, and I get this sometimes in my DM messages. Men asking me out, to the point that I get people asking, "Oh, we are visiting your country and we want to buy this." I'm like, no, I'm sorry. And you being a man, do you get women sending you messages that they are interested in you, they want to have a relationship with you and all?
I think it's more natural for you, being a woman, to have those messages. But for us men, it's not as direct. It might be in a different form, but it's not as direct as you. So if you're talking about direct, no, I don't have those messages. Okay. You get friend requests, numerous friend requests every day. I take them as what they are, friend. So.
I see. Now, we know that you guys in the industry, Sebi, quote unquote, your womanizers, most of them. I think I know, I've dated one before, and
He was a womanizer?
Acheampomaa. He was a player and all those things. So, I mean, when it comes to you, are you do toe that line? I mean, some kakra. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of admirers, and of course I have a lot of haters. A few haters, I should say. More admirers than haters.
Why do you think somebody will hate you?
I'm human. Even Jesus Christ had haters. So I'm human. If I don't have haters, I'll worry. Then it will be a problem. So I'm glad I do have some haters. Why? I don't know, and I really don't care. But yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, majority of them, or a greater proportion of them, might be women. And it's probably because I kind of, how do I put this? Some like my company, and you know.
What's about you that they enjoy your company?
I think I have the ability to listen, which according to people, it's a big attraction for women. So I just like to listen.
Like giving them attention. You know?
Giving them a listening ear.
Because we women, we like attention. I love attention. If you're my man, trust me, that's what you can get me with. I love attention.
Is it the same as listening?
I mean, as in he listening to me. Yes, I mean, when I'm talking to my man, I expect him to listen to me.
Oh, okay.
You know, I even expect him to look into my eyes when I'm talking to him. Because I need that attention. It makes me feel, okay, now I'm getting what I want, you know. Yeah. So, I mean, really,
so I do have a lot of admirers, period.
I see. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. I mean, what have you been doing ever since you came to Ghana? What are some of the things you've been doing? Have you been able to, I mean, go and sit on a radio station and have a show?
I was actually supposed to be at Kasapa this morning.
Okay.
But because of this, I couldn't go. Fifi was going to host me on his show this morning, but looking at the distance and the time and all that.
I'm sure you could have done that.
Yeah, but
that makes our show very special. Yay. Thank you.
So I had to dog my own brother and come here today.
Oh, I see.
So thumbs up.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, you know, first of all, I came for a funeral. My aunt passed away, so that's the main reason why I came. And then I got the chance to meet meet with my family and some friends too. Okay. And I've been eating like crazy. I have gained probably like between 5 to 10 pounds within the past 2 weeks, which is very concerning to me.
I see. Now, do you have any plans of relocating to Ghana to even work with a media house or to go into acting full-time in Ghana?
If you guys will employ me...
Who?
Oh, you guys...
But this is a radio station.
I mean, I'm a media personality. I can do anything.
Okay.
I can do TV.
But do you think we can pay you, looking at where you are coming from?
Why not? I mean, you guys look like a well-established, you know...
Thank you for that compliment, in a way.
Media environment. So I believe you can just talk to your boss and, you know, I'll leave you with my email.
But I thought you are more into the IT. You don't have plans of maybe, I mean, setting up something in Ghana for yourself.
There's IT in everything.
Okay, sure, yeah, that's true.
There's IT in everything. You have cameras, you have microphones.
I'm sure my boss will be watching, and I mean, he likes people who are business minded.
Yeah,
he likes people who are smart and hardworking. So I'm sure maybe.
Yeah.
If how much would you take if he should employ you?
That will be between me and your boss.
No, I mean you're using this to get to him. So I mean, maybe when he's watching, he'll be able to say, okay.
Yeah, boss. If you are watching, my email is just kidding. No, we can talk. We can have a conversation with him. So if he wants to employ me.
But do you have plans of setting up your own
I do
business
actually. I do have plans of coming back home eventually. I have 2 young ones, so they are my problem right now, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with them, whether to keep them there for a little bit or come by. But I do have plans of settling down as soon as a good opportunity shows up. So
okay, I see.
Yeah.
I pray that everything goes on well for you, and then you're able to settle back home, because we need you people coming home to help our industry. I mean, it doesn't really look good these days. With the industry, things don't look very good.
There's a lot that I personally get frustrated with. My biggest frustration in this country is drivers.
You should get used to it.
If we're able to do something about that.
I mean, drivers, the traffic, or how they drive?
Everything.
Okay.
I mean, the location of certain business centers, to me, makes, for the want of a better word, makes no sense. Like a typical example is where the big Accra Mall is. Right next to a big intersection where the heart of the city is. And unfortunately, everybody is in a rush, so people decide not to stay in their lanes when they are driving. So in that little circle, it could take you about an hour and a half for something that should take you 5 minutes.
And this traffic, you don't see some in America?
It's organized.
Okay.
There's traffic, but it's organized. Okay. Everybody knows to stay in their lane. So nobody, if it's a 3-lane, traffic direction, that's what it is. Here, it's a 3-lane traffic direction, but in actual fact, it's 5 vehicles trying to cut in. And to me, that's the reason why some of the traffic is ridiculous. It's not supposed to be that bad, but everybody is in a hurry. Everybody wants to be smarter than the next person. So when I drive, like whenever I'm driving anybody, they think I'm a slow driver, because I'm like, yo, why are you trying to hit me? I'm always looking over my shoulder, but that's what it is. That's my biggest frustration. So if I'm given the chance, if I'm asked to take up any appointment in Ghana, I want to be in charge of driving, like someone who instills some driving instructions and some methodology. And if we have to take some people through driving school, we will. If we have to take some...
these days, most of them are like the driver's mates, most of the time. Most of the time, it's these commercial buses that cause these problems. So most of them start with being mates to a driver, and then they are given the car eventually.
And I believe that is the fundamental reason we have all this chaos going on.
Yes.
Most of them are not really... sitting behind the steering wheel and changing the gear and turning, it doesn't make you a driver. You need to use all your senses. And I feel like most of them are not employing all the, full functionalities of their senses. So, and it's probably because they don't have any training. They just watch their master drive, and whatever the master is doing is being transferred to him unconsciously. Exactly. So I believe that they should have an institution where people are actually taken through a formal driving tutorial of some sort, and hopefully that would help out.
So Papa, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll continue the discussion. We'll take a short break. Do stay with us.
Officer, you give us office. Come here, you are saying officer. See here. Gassop, exactly.
We are checking papers on this lane. There is one certain guy who dropped someone food on that side.
But I'm not driving car.
You are not driving car.
Why haven't you been picking your calls?
I hope
What is this you're watching? Oh.
Check that thing.
Give it back!
Wait!
Give it
This
back!
is so funny. What program is this?
I'm watching Two Papas on VNTV.
VNTV?
Oh, come on, nice. Everybody knows about VNTV. VNTV is an online TV.
Wow.
Yes. You can log on to www.vnationtv.com and you're ready to go.
Just like that?
Just like that. And the interesting thing is that we have so many amazing programs you can watch. And the coolest thing about VNTV is that you get to watch it anywhere. You can watch it on your smart TV, you can watch it on your smartphone, you can watch it on your laptop, iPad, anywhere. It's that cool.
Wow.
Let me get my stuff so we can go.
Not too fast.
Why? I thought you wanted us to go to the mall.
Yes, that was then. But now, let us stay home and watch VNTV.
Are you serious?
Very, very serious.
I thought you were mad before.
That was before. Oh, who don't like a wolf?
Welcome back to the Ones to Watch on VNTV, the powerhouse of entertainment. Yes, you'll be wondering what I'm doing here in this seat, but this segment is called the Ghost segment. This is where a guest becomes a host. So I am the ghost for this segment. My name is Papa Abeeku Nyankah. You're welcome.
Thank you,
Madam.
Papa.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm very much fine.
I know you're used to shooting at people, shooting questions at people. So I don't shoot questions. I mean, when you say that, I just ask questions. I mean, the normal questions that I'm supposed to ask. So today, I just want to see how you will do answering questions.
Okay.
Very basic questions. First of all, what got you into this situation or this TV environment?
Wow. I mean, I've always loved, I mean, let me use the word journalism. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I was a young girl, when I'm watching TV and I watch people read news and all that, I get interested. So, I mean, from the sets going to senior high school, I said, after I want to continue journalism. So, but it's been a dream. Actually, it's a passion, something I want to do. Okay. Nothing special.
How about like acting, singing, radio, mainstream radio? Okay,
the last time I tried radio in Cape Coast, I was actually the guest host for, in fact, I was the host for Ahunka Sports, Papa Kwesinduma's radio station in Cape Coast. And I mean, after people called in and after I got an information that I'm supposed to come and do that once in a while. So I think I did well. I mean, for me, I did well. And people think I did well as well. So maybe I'll consider radio as a part-time.
So let me ask you, since you've been doing this, what are some of the biggest challenges that you would say you encounter on your daily work?
I mean, with the Ones to Watch?
With Ones to Watch.
The reason, I mean, most of the challenges because, you know, I work out of Accra. I work in Cape Coast. And once in a while, I have to come and record some shows. So, I mean, it's something that I have decided I want to do it. So, I find ways and means to come. It's not easy, though, but I try. And, I mean, if you're not a very strong person, you can't pass through this. I mean, like I said earlier, you get people on your neck. Some are fake, some are real. But then you just have to be that strong girl. And since you know what you want, you're supposed to know what you're about. You just don't have to go in all because people comment on your pictures and say, you look beautiful, you look sexy, and then it gets into your head. At the end of the day, you'll be doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing.
So, talking about being strong, do you get intimidated by some of your guests? Has that ever happened to you before?
No, I've never been intimidated before. Maybe, I mean, with you, I've just had a little.
I'm not talking about me.
I'm saying no. You asked me a question, so I'm answering you. Okay. I felt okay. I'm having a journalist, a presenter in front of me, so it's kind of a bit. I was a bit nervous because I was thinking, oh, maybe he knows too much.
But I watch your shows. You interview musicians, you interview actors and stuff. So don't you get starstruck sometimes?
No, I don't. I mean, when I have them, I think sometimes we start with a conversation before we start rolling. You understand? So it comes natural. I mean, we flow. Yeah, I never feel intimidated.
You never feel intimidated?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your strengths when it comes to this? Like, do you feel fulfilled after every show?
Yes, I do.
Oh, there are some shows that...
No, I do.
Because, okay, let me use myself as an example. As you know, I do radio, I do TV of some sort, we do acting. Sometimes you finish a show and you feel like, and then I say, I'm cool, Papa.
Yeah, oh yeah, once in a while I feel that way. I remember one time I came to the studio, I was supposed to come and do a shoot. And for some funny reasons, I wasn't feeling good about it. So the guest was actually on the way coming. I said, no, I can't do a show today. And everybody was like, but you, pa, why? I'm like, today I'm not in that mood. I can't do it. And I just don't like pushing myself to it. I mean, I'm not in that mood and I come and sit behind the camera. Then sometimes my production crew goes like, hey, no, today we can't feel you. And I don't like them complain every time that they can't feel me. So when I'm not in the mood, I don't do it. I don't.
Well, I'm not sure if you had the chance to tell your viewers who you really are. And I think this would be a good time to. Who is Akosua Acheampomaa?
She's a young...
Married, single, kids.
I'm a
dating,
young...
complicated.
No, I'm introducing myself.
Well, I'm giving you the guidelines.
Or you want to ask me one by one so that I can answer them.
I'm just giving you a guideline, so go by. So go ahead.
So I'm a young, smart, and people say I'm smart. I'm a young, smart. I'm determined and I'm a go-getter. I mean, when I set my target on something, if I don't achieve that, trust me, I don't give up.
Okay.
I'm very determined, and I'm a God-fearing lady. I'm a Christian. I don't joke with my Christian life, in as much as we have our faults, you know, but I try to hold on to it. Yes, I went to Christ Ebenezer Preparatory School, and then I went to Kobo Girls Senior High School. I mean, then it was Kobo Girls Secondary School. Then I went to the Ghana Institute of Journalism, where I studied communication studies. I mean, I majored in PR, and I've worked in some couple of places, but now I am the Regional Public Relations Officer for National Sports Authority, Central Region. I mean, that's something people don't know. So it's like, it's a breaking news, actually.
Yeah, so we just want to know
yes.
what we don't know.
So, yes, I have one brother who is also in UCC. Yes, what else?
Married?
No, I'm not married.
Single?
No, I'm in a relationship.
So you're not available?
No, I'm not. I'm not single.
You have any kids?
No, I don't have kids.
If you get a chance, how many kids do you plan on?
3.
3?
Yes, 2 beautiful girls and 1 handsome boy.
In this day and age, you can manage 3 kids?
Yes, I can. I can. I mean, what is with it?
So, okay, so you're already in a relationship. Okay, I was going to ask you, is it someone that we know, someone that everybody knows? Because since you deal with all these celebrities, I mean...
Do you want me to mention names here?
I'm just saying, is it someone
No, he's not someone nobody knows.
Oh, okay. Because I see a lot of your pictures, I see some...
No, I'm not dating any of those celebrities. No, I
see some compromising poses with some of them every now and then, so...
Really?
I feel like there's something...
Which one?
Now, so if
Which one? No, hold on, which one?
Oh, I don't remember. There's a lot of them.
I see.
So you've been around for a while in this industry. What do you think is the biggest problem in the entertainment industry? Since your show or your station is the powerhouse of entertainment, what do you think is one of the biggest issues that the industry is facing?
I think we are not one. There's too much envy. Some people are being selfish, and I mean, when they see you, I mean, too many backbiting. It's the industry is not. We are not united. I mean, sometimes. I mean, I've been there before. I once asked for another presenter for a number. I mean, apparently I even had that number, and then she went like, oh, that person, when you invite her, she doesn't want to come and it will take a while. I'm like, okay, cool. Just give me the number. And so later I called another friend and she said, oh, she's like that, I don't mind her. And later on, even the person I needed, I had the husband's number. You know, so, I mean, I don't want you to do it. You understand that thing? We are not united. There's too much trouble going on. I think we just have to be one to make the industry, I mean, a success.
So who do you look up to?
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, you've moved all the way.
Yes, Oprah Winfrey. I want to be like her.
You want to be the Oprah Winfrey of,
I want to be like her.
All right, so I just have a few questions. They are improv questions. I mentioned, I'll give you 2 options, you choose one, real quick. Don't think about it. Shatawale or Stonebwoy?
Wow. Wow. Shatawale Stoneboy.
You are not supposed to think about it.
Stoneboy.
Okay, we are going to start all over again. Improv. Shatawale or Stoneboy?
Stoneboy.
Kojuenchi or Lumba?
Lumba.
NDC or MPP?
No. Ghana. No, Ghana. I'm sorry. That one, Ghana. Oh, Ghana.
Was that an option? I said NDC or NPP.
No, but that one, how can I answer it?
Well,
I'm a civil servant.
Is that another party?
I'm a civil servant.
Civil servant.
I work in a government institution.
Okay.
I'm a civil servant.
Okay.
Yes.
So
any party that comes, I'm working with the person.
But my understanding, my investigation tells me you are affiliated to one particular party.
Which one is that?
You tell me.
I don't know. You are saying it. People are giving you information, so you should be able to tell me. Which party is that?
Well, I hear you are affiliated to a particular party, so
mention the party, and if I don't know
NPP.
what you're talking about. Really?
Yes.
Is it because I have a picture with the president? Is it because of that?
It could be.
Okay.
So are you?
The president is a nice person, and that's what I like about him. He's a great person. That's what I like about him.
Well, before we end this segment, you made mention of. I want to put you on the spot, since you tried to put me on the spot. You made mention of the fact that you are aspiring to be Oprah Winfrey of Ghana. What are the steps? Because it takes a lot to be Oprah. So what are you doing? What do you think you can do better? Or what do you think you can do to better yourself?
I think I haven't gotten there yet, but I've done some couple of things. I normally, once in a while, I used to do, but because of time, I've done a couple of international pageants, and I've traveled. I've met people, I interacted with people, and I used to visit some schools to, educate most of the girls on, early pregnancy, the things you can do to avoid it, why a girl should go to school, why you need to better yourself, why you don't need to look up to a man. There are so many girls, that quote-unquote slay queens, I think they don't understand what that word means. You don't have to live your life around saying that I want a man to take care of me, which is not possible. You need to fight for yourself, and that's what I'm doing. In fact, I'm doing 3 jobs. I'm doing one global supermodel, which, a lot of people don't know. I'm the vice president for global supermodel. It's actually international pageants. Look, the head office is in Zambia. And then I'm doing Sports Authority, and I'm doing this. So, I think Oprah started from somewhere. I remember the first time I visited the late Eva Loco, and I saw a lot of citations and certificates. I said, hey, I wish I'm like you. She said, I started just like you. You understand what I'm saying? So, I will get there. I've started something. I'm looking at launching an NGO. I didn't want to say it now. But yes, I'm looking at launching an NGO in aid of helping cancer patients. Okay. Yeah, it's something maybe in a year I should, and maybe in the next 3 years I should have one of the biggest production firms, like the whole of Africa. I remember some time ago I said it to someone, and then I said the next time he's coming to see me, he has to book an appointment for a very long time. So
well, I hope your boss is listening, that soon you have to book an appointment to come.
Oh no, for my boss, no. I'm talking about my boyfriend needs to book an appointment before seeing me. Okay. My boss doesn't need that. He is there. I will come to him for an advice. Yes, so I will get there. Well,
I guess this will be a good point to bring our segment to an end, but I want you to look in the camera and say something to your fans. Inspire somebody that's listening to you.
Wow, I have family and I have friends.
Okay.
Most of the time when I get the chance to sit behind the camera or by the mic, I talk to our young girls out there that you don't have to. You have to be able to encourage yourself. You have to be able to believe in yourself and believe that you can do something for yourself. You don't have to let people bring you down to say that no, you can't do it. You can do it. Whatever you tune your mind to do, trust me, you can do it. It's just a step forward. Just do it. Looking at, especially with the Sports Authority, people see sports as for men. And yes, it's not easy. Sometimes you feel intimidated. People would like to intimidate you, but you need to be strong and stand for yourself. Just believe in God. Pray. And if you have someone you love, yes, love is a beautiful thing. Stay faithful. That's what I'll say.
Well, you have it. We had a switch of roles today. We had Akosua herself sitting on the hot seat today. I was a little lenient. I was a little lenient for her just today. The next time.
Would there be another next time?
Yes, there will be a next time. It might not be that easy. Thank you for watching the show Wants to Watch on VNTV, where the powerhouse of entertainment in this environment. My name is Papa Abeeku Nyankah. I want to leave you with one message that it's always nice to be important, but remember it's more important to be nice. Have a good day.
Position it well for me.
Food dey desserts. Food.
They've not given me money. I'm just doing it for them for free, so that next time I'll start from there. The way your waist was going, oh, I like it. So when you get there, just walk straight.
Since what I say you don't get, say, give me back.
I'll beat you rough.
Officers.
Yes.
Who is officer? Gasop.
You are Kotombre.
Me Kotombre.
Yes, you are Kotombre.
Hey, you are well.
So now you want to fight me?
Go bring squeeze.
Hey, one day I'll beat you. Let me see this thing.
Oh baby, don't complain.
Wheat, Indian hand.
Two Papas showing on VNTV every Friday at 2 p.m.
Really, that wasn't really a hot seat. I mean, how I like the hot seat, it wasn't like that. Sometimes they just want to try me. I'm sure you enjoyed today's episode of Wants to Watch right here on VNTV, the powerhouse of entertainment. I had Papa Abeeku Nyankah from the United States of America. He's a radio presenter and an actor. Thank you, Emidan, for my beautiful outfit. Thank you, Serion, for producing my show. And thanks to Edmond, thanks to OJ and Pearl for my beautiful makeup. Christian, thank you. I love you guys all. Till we meet again, same time next week. Be good and keep praying. Bye.